Yeah. So, it's a little more comfortable because there's air conditioning here. So we'll just grab everybody. Y'all wave. Hello. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. I'm going to get started, and we're just the ones kicking off the party. So after we finish with the formality of the ribbon cutting, y'all please stay and enjoy and keep up your conversations. Rebecca has provided some cookies here and some other from Sweet Sensations. Fabulous.
Sassy water.
And sassy water. How cool is that? Coffee. And also, you have to make sure you get outside and see the beautiful decorations that she has outside and the landscaping that's been done.
That got done yesterday.
Yes. It's very exciting. And I don't need to block anybody here, but let me just start by saying thank y'all for coming. I can see Dr. Joy back there. He's a familiar face here in Hartselle. And now we have a second Dr. Joy that will become a very familiar face here in Hartselle.
You'll have a third one here in probably about a year and a half. Dr. Ryan Joy as a psychiatrist. We just got to get him in Coleman Regional, maybe?
Yes, there you go. That's exciting. Yes.
But actually, that would be Dr. Joy number 4.
Well.
Yes.
Yes.
That's wonderful. I love that. Very accomplished family for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have Virginia Alexander here, who's with our city councilwoman here with us to help us celebrate. And thank y'all for coming, as well as some wonderful chamber ambassadors. Y'all, if y'all are an ambassador, wave. Yes. And in addition to many of Dr. Rebecca Joy's family and friends, associates at work. We have Mike Tucker here, who just rolled off of our board with the chamber, and he's part of this medical professional community here in Hartselle, so he's here to also offer his congratulations. But just to start out, I want to say thank you so much for coming to Hartselle. Thank you for believing in Hartselle. Obviously, you were raised here.
Yes.
You know what a wonderful quality of life there is here, and so for you to just choose to come back and to start your business here means a lot to us and to the whole business community here. So thank you for that. And what Dr. Joy has done, she is opening a chiropractic. She'll get that all straightened out for you. I'll be the first one in line.
Okay.
But it is part of a network of franchised businesses called HealthSource, and there's a lot of power in that because of the resources that are available to her through that franchise.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to turn it over to her now just to tell the story of how you've come to this place, and then introduce anyone that you would like to that has contributed to just keeping your flame lit and getting you to this point.
Okay. All right. So here we are. I'm 17 years old, and Dad's like, "What do you want to do with the rest of your life?" I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe psychiatry." So he's like, "Well, we got to figure it out." I'm like, "Okay." So I don't know what to do, but we like to take walks after dinner, and my mom and my father, they're noticing, they're like, "Rebecca, why do you hang your head and pick up your feet?" It turns out I was literally dragging my left foot. And so I have something called brittle bones disease, or osteogenesis imperfecta. You break most of your bones before puberty. So with all that trauma, my pelvis was so offset that I had no idea. I was literally dragging my foot and my neck, because I kind of fell down the stairs 2 days before I turned 10, and kind of had a little whiplash, face planted on the stairs, and broke my nose. Anyways, different story. but my head was literally down because that's where it was its normal. It was comfortable walking and dragging my left foot. And I'm like, all I know is I want someone to take one end of my spine and the other end and just pull. That's all I knew. I had no idea that chiropractors were even called doctors. And we would drive past Dr. Eric Holtz's office, like, let me just try it. And I even like tried to get the blessing of my parents, like, hey, is this cool? And my dad's like, I've been to a chiropractor once for like a car accident. We knew nothing about chiropractic. 17, I had no idea what I want to do with my life. All I knew was I was in severe low back and neck pain. And I get there. Turns out Dr. Holtz is a doctor. I'm like, who's a doctor? Like, you're a doctor. Okay. And I get my very first adjustment because here comes like, okay, why are you not a dentist like your dad? And it was just, I knew, well, first of all, I didn't want to be bent over, like working with teeth and get my fingers bit. Just saying, let's be honest. And, but I got my first adjustment and I could automatically breathe better and it felt like the life was returning to me. And like, I want my patients to feel like that when they leave my office one day. 17, that's what I knew. However, it was still kind of like, don't want to go with chiropractic or do I not? And Dr. Eric Holtz, he's like, have you looked into chiropractic or becoming a chiropractor? I'm like, no, like, not really. And I didn't know what to do with that. So all I knew is I had to do 3 things. I wanted to help people. I wanted to do some type of professional school. I didn't want to be in it for 12 years like a psychiatrist does, like my poor brother's going through right now. Sorry, Ryan. And because I wanted a family after the fact. But yeah, I want to help people. I want to do some type of professional school. And I wanted that professional school to be either near Atlanta or near beach. And that's all I knew. And so I go in another time for Dr. Eric Holtz, and he's like, have you looked into chiropractic school? I'm like, no, I haven't looked yet. And I go in a third time, and I know God works in 3s, so when he's like, have you looked into chiropractic school? I'm like, no, but I'm doing it today. Sure enough, the closest chiropractic school was either near Atlanta or near beach. And so the one near the beach was Daytona. My mom's like, no, you are not going to Daytona. You're not going to get any study done. You're not going to live 9.5 hours away. So I'm like, I guess we're going to Marietta, Georgia at Life University. And fell in love with it on the first day of the tour. Like, something felt right about it. And it was the largest chiropractic school in our nation. So all the good seminars, like all of these big, huge, famous chiropractors are coming to have the seminars there. So that's where I was learning about something called Pierce Results System. So yes, we all learn how to pick up a head, turn it into this monkey position, and twist it, pop it, and crack it. It's an adjustment. If you hear any other chiropractor or say pop or crack, you're gonna like offend them. And like, or I like to say, it's like, we crack eggs, not spines. That's what one chiropractor says. I'm like, that works, whatever works for you. But so with Pierce Results System, instead of taking the head, ruining your own elbows and your shoulders and wrists for the rest of your days working as a chiropractor, do I still do it? Yes, we're all taught in school, basic training of chiropractic. So can I do it really well? Sure, I can do it. It's like full spine or diversifying technique, because there's over 200 different chiropractic techniques in the world, from my understanding. So there's a lot of different ways to move the bone. And so I'm in my 2nd semester of chiropractic school, and a group of students, a small group of students in Pierce Results Club comes in and shows me something called video fluoroscopy, or digital motion x-ray. And I'm seeing the neck in motion, but it's an x-ray. And like, that just makes sense. Why is that not the standard for chiropractic? Let's raise the bar higher. And because instead of like an 80% accuracy of knowing where to adjust first with like taking regular x-rays, like, hey, hold still here, which we still do here. The digital motion x-ray in the back can do that. But it's more about, hey, let's take your head in motion. Let's see where it's catching first. And now I've got a 94 to 98% accuracy of knowing where to adjust first in your neck. I wish that the penetration power of the radiation was a little higher so I could see the low back and the pelvis. But the fact that the radiation dose is so low back there, it's like saying extra microwave. It's so ridiculously low. It's pretty much safe. I mean, it's radiation, but practically safe. And so I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? What do I do? And then the new Coleman Regional Hartsel Health Park, their imaging center, is right down the road. They just opened not too long ago, this past November of 2021. And like, y'all got x-rays. I'm gonna need your help. I'm about to give you a lot of patients, so I'm gonna need your help. And because you can't be a successful chiropractor unless you see like if there's a scoliosis or the pelvic, do we have arthritis in the hips? Like I need to see that. I need to know. And also, it's kind of nice that I don't have to write the X-ray reports for the low back now, for the pelvis. It's like you can have that. I can work on the neck, and you can work on the low back and the pelvis for me. So I'm okay with that. But another thing, so as far as choosing Hartsel, hey, how are you?
Good.
So what made me choose Hartsel? What made me come back after this 10-year long wait? Because when I was 17, I'm like, I can't wait to get out of Hartsel. I got to go see the world. And I saw the world in Atlanta. Like, this has been nice. I'm going back home. So y'all are great. I saw the world. I saw enough of it because Atlanta is basically like seeing the world. And people walking around barefoot on campus, doing grounding. I'm like, that's cool, but you're supposed to do that in grass, not concrete at a campus where there's like broken glass and stuff. But like that's been fun. I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna go take care of my community, and which has been great because I'm like seeing all these familiar faces. We're reconnecting again. Like, oh my gosh, I love these people. This is my tribe. This is my home. And then also I remember before I left Hartsel, a lot of restaurants kept shutting down. We'd have them for a few years and then they would shut down. I'm so mad at seeing that. So I created, if y'all don't mind, Local Love. My sister-in-law created the sign for me in Gatlinburg. I'm like, hey, last minute, on our Gatlinburg trip, can you create this for me? No big deal, right? Just on your trip. So these are local businesses. I hope that this fills up. And whenever I get time, or if my staff gets time, we want to go to different businesses or have you show up here, take a picture with us. Make sure you feel loved on our business page. Make sure you know we care about you. We don't want you to fail. This is Hartsel. This is our home. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure you stay in business just as much as we stay in business. So I care about all of Hartsel. And I painted the building white. Well, one, because I watch a lot of HGTV. And I like the high contrast. And then a little pop of color. So you'll see that. But next thing you know, I'm seeing that building across the street, the pediatric physical therapy. She's painting her building white. And then another building's going to paint their building white. Like, okay, maybe Hartsel's just going to turn into Greece without the pretty ocean. But that's totally fine. I'm totally cool with that. So, but then who got me to this point? Who was my biggest support system? Who got me from, like, I don't know what I want to do with my life to, oh, look at this, we're a chiropractor and we're changing lives, we're changing the community. And who did that? And that is obviously going to go to my parents. So, Dr. James Joy, Dad, and then of course, the well-loved pharmacist, newly retired pharmacist from Kroger, Carolyn Joy, so, or Mama Joy, just call her Mama Joy. So, and of course, Grandma Joy, just making sure she prayed for me. All my prayer warriors, I used to write a lot of Facebook messages when I was in school, like asking for prayers. So I'm like, hey, prayer warriors, I need help with this. So all my prayer warriors, I may not know exactly who you are, but I know you're still praying for me out there, and I thank you. And how can I ever even forget God? It was God through all of this. So thank you, looking outside the window for those on Facebook. But thank you for everything. So thank you for everything, because I went from not sure that I was going to make any kind of impact in this world to it looks like I'm affecting a whole community. So thanks. Thank you. Thank you for having me be born into the family I was and allowing me to make this happen. So I'm so excited. I look forward to seeing what the future holds and trying to heal your people, God. I'm trying to heal your people. So I pray for your healing. I pray for your healing. So in Jesus' name, I pray for your healing. And we're going to make miracles happen. And you're going to know what chiropractic is. Because the one thing that we need to do better at is teaching this community what chiropractic is. By the way, we have something called a special consultation from Fridays from noon to 12:30 and Tuesdays from 5 to 5:30. If we can like work on my time management, like actually make that happen in that 30-minute window, you can come. You don't even have to be a patient. Just come, hear my story, hear what a subluxation is, and hear how we can correct that, how it happens. Who can come see me? Can infants come see me? Absolutely. And can you come like right before the day you die? Yeah, you can. Just so you know. So it's a huge impact what chiropractic can do. So I move the bone, but God does the healing. Or we can call it innate intelligence if you don't want to use God, but it's God. He does the healing. So I'm just here as the messenger. And I help through my hands, by the way. You know, Jesus like laid hands on people to heal people. And I'm like, I can't take leprosy away and I can't bring you back from the dead, but the fact that I have a little bit of what Jesus could do, like this is really cool. Because I mean it's like a blessing and a curse because my tools walk around with me wherever I go. And like people are like, hey, can I get a chiropractic adjustment? Like right here. Like, no, you gotta come to the office. Like my hands need to break too. But anyways, so thank you for tuning in, for coming and being a part of this journey with me. I look forward to having you in the office. I look forward to getting to know your story and helping in any way I can to take some of that pain away. And let's keep moving forward with a better journey towards health. We can do this. We can do this. So.
Speaker, because you're just so gifted. She did that right off the cuff, so that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it means you really are passionate about it. It's in your heart.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, can you tell everybody about what any kind of
offers.
specials or offers that you're doing right now as you're getting started?
This is why you're here to help me, like keep me on track. So now as of today is June 9th, and from June 9th to July 9th, your first day visit, some of that proceeds, 20% of the proceeds is going to go to Hospice of the Valley. So
Wonderful.
yes, so we've got our representatives here. And so that's going to be that initial consultation and exam fee. So that 20% of that fee is going to go to Hospice of the Valley, and making sure that for like bereavement or end of life care that they have the funds that they need for whatever they need to help them be successful. So because while this was being built, this took almost a year to get built, by the way, because we got labor shortages, lumber shortages. It took forever just to find a plumber. The building is originally from 1948, by the way, and the crawl space is like that big because, you know, people in 1948 were like a lot smaller. So just trying to find a plumber was a nightmare. But we did. We found Robert's doing it.
Your raffle. Don't forget your raffle.
Oh, yes, I got some raffle. But yeah, was it Robert's Plumbing? That's his. Yeah, okay. So very good man. I still need his business cards up. And Mr. Robert, if you are listening, I hope you get really, really busy. So, so thank you for coming and tearing up all that original 1948 plumbing cast iron, by the way. That was rough. So, and, but also very cool. And then, yes, so the offers, we talked about that, and the raffle. So if you are here physically today for the grand opening, I want you to fill out a little ticket. Don't put it in my big old basket over there. And then I'm going to maybe do like a Facebook video or something and make sure to contact you, take a photo of you as you win a cooler from Hospice of the Valley, 2 professional grade BioFreeze products, and our HealthSource proper pistol massage gun. It's got 4 settings versus 3 like a Hypervolt, the competitor. So that makes it just a little better to say.
Nice.
Just a little better. So.
All right, so we have a great group of people here. So our next step is to go outside and cut your ribbon.
Yes.
And we get to officially commemorate that you are open for business. So let's head out. We're gonna walk out the front here, and I think we're gonna do it over here near her sign that has the grand opening sign. So that's where we'll go and do the ribbon cutting. So everybody, head on out. Oh, sure.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Mike.
That's how you get the chiropractic on spot.
Y'all head on down this way, and we're all gonna gather together, take a big picture. How about you stand here? Both sides. Just balance it out. And then why don't we have your parents and your staff? They're all witnesses. And Jake, if you want to also be in the picture, if y'all can come down and fill in on either side of Dr. Joy.
If you, either way, I've got to send them to our corporate team, so if you don't mind, we can airdrop them.
Yeah. And of her associate that works in the office with her. Have some of our ambassadors and such come down over on this side, please. I need about half of y'all over there to come over here. Thank you. Got it. Yeah. So, and you want to stand maybe right back here? All right. Okay, and this is something new. Miss Beth brought this to me. And I said, this is a great idea, so I'm going to offer this to you. All of our members get a window cling.
Okay.
That you can put that on your door, and I thought that was a great idea. So this is your window cling that shows the community that you're a member of the chamber. What that means is that you're not just pointing out so beautifully about the supporting local, but you're part of a group that is trying to create an environment here where people are prospering. We're just advancing the welfare of Hartsville and the whole area.
Say when that I can help out as best I can with this.
You already are. So I'll give this to you a little bit later, but okay, we're going to grab a photo first, and then we will have Dr. Joy cut the ribbon.
Perfect.
How's that?
Perfect.
Encouragement.
How's my heart?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Okay.
Thanks, Miss Ben.
And then, all right. So then you're just going to hold those the scissors over that, like
We'll put it forward.
yep, right in there. Believe it or not, they cut. So on the count of 3, we're going to say "open for business," and then she will cut that ribbon. Okay. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Open for business!
Yay!